how hard it was for me to get started today with this. I kind of thought, well, no one's looking, so it doesn't really matter if I go live this morning with my draw and all the things that I wanted to talk about today. It's Michelle, if you didn't know. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. If you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button and sharing this video, and leave a comment about whether or not you pull tarot cards on a daily basis to as a part of your spiritual walk. Um, so today I kind of wanted to just go over all the cards that I got this month so far, this first week of January. I'm not going to do this every Sunday, but I just thought the first week it was kind of important to see what the flow was. And I actually got the card that I pulled on the 6th. I got it again today. So I thought that was kind of funny that that popped up the way it did. Um, so the cards I pulled for the first of the year on January 2nd were the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the King of Cups. And what I wrote was take small steps while write it down, make contact, continue to move forward. And then there's also a bunch of creativity that is sparked in that reading. And then the rest of the time went Page of Wands was my meditation card. So remember what I told you about pages? Those are the kids in the court cards. And those are all about paying attention, getting messages, listening to what someone is explaining to you. And so this was the card I pulled after the first three, which was explosive creativity and infectious enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, a newfound inspiration, enthusiasm, newfound inspiration, honoring a new skill or a passion, curiosity, and trying new things, gifting yourself permission to dream, great energy for creative ideation, and brainstorming, a youthful spark. So part of the whole thing of looking for myself this year is finding the creative self inside of me that was kind of squashed as a child by two well-meaning yet addicted and screwed up young people that were trying to raise a child. So that card was really important to me when I got it. And that's going to be my meditation card that I want to take into the cemetery and do my meditation with. And then I got the Page of Swords the very next day, which I thought was kind of funny. I was inundated with pages. Restless energy, curiosity, thirst for information, learning new things, an apprentice, a student, intellectual pursuits, ideas, and reasoning, a messenger. Then the Ace of Pentacles, which is what I pulled today, which is it all comes from me. All of this is on me. I can blame my parents for a lot of the trauma and stuff, but I have to take control at some point, and everything is going to spring from me. It's going to be my creativity. My hands are going to create the reality with that Ace of Pentacles. Then yesterday I got the Two of Cups, which was holding, accepting help from other people and seeing what other people pour into you and that you pour into them too. It's an equal thing. So that's a really cool thing. And then of course I got the Eight of Pentacles again today. So, I think the story is just remember, because for me, it's real easy to fall into the trap of who's going to bail me out of this situation. And the person that's going to bail me out is going to be me. Nobody else can do that for me. And I'm going to be moving into a more creative purpose place. And I think that will make me happy to be able to create again. I always wanted to write. I wanted to do poetry. I wrote poetry all the time when I was a kid. And my parents pretty much quickly squished all that out of me when I was very young. I won a poetry writing contest in 3rd grade, and I think that's the last time I wrote any poetry. It's because my father went in and corrected the words and said, those are not right. And the one thing I've learned from watching, because my child is very creative, my a significant other, he's very creative. My roomie is very creative. Um, art is art, and nobody gets to define your art for you. So my words were fine the way they were. He had no right to do what he did, but he came from a place of ignorance. So if you have little kids that are expressing themselves creatively, don't step in there unless they ask you for help. Leave them alone and let them express themselves the way they see fit, because you might squish something in them that will take decades for them to find again, if ever. And today's page is the spirit of our home. We know 24 goddesses and a half dozen gods um, of the home. More familiar from folklore and fairy tales are the humbler home spirits, brownies, elves, nixies, and others. Every Roman house had lairs and penates, which come in pairs and had neither names nor personalities. Originally, the lairs were enshrined in border stones, but in the first century BCE, they moved indoors. Each family had lair familiars, which was kept in a niche by the hearth and watched over by the house. Is this where the witch's familiar comes from? One historian says that little figures of Jesus and saints are a continuation of this Roman custom. Other indoor spirits, the penates, ruled the household's cupboard, penance, and contribute to the family's survival. Reader, who lives in your house? Ask your animal companions or watch to see if they're carrying on silent conversations with invisible beings under the stove. If you're not psychic, ask a friend who is to come and look. If you keep missing spoons, crystals, or earrings, you may be hosting a greedy fairy. If you want its blessing, count the lost items as gifts. To talk with your spirit, light a fat red candle and sit as close as possible to the center of your home. Close your eyes and take several deep, easy breaths. Visualize 2 chairs facing each other. Sit in one chair and invite the spirit of your home to sit in the other. When the spirit appears, greet it with great courtesy. Ask its name and what kind of being it is. Ask how you make it more comfortable. Ask if there are any dangers in the house. Our house spirits notice things like frayed wires and leaking pipes. Sometimes they know why our house plants are drooping and pendling. Finally, ask your house spirit for advice and blessing. So that's pretty cool. I had house spirits in my house for a while. They're not there anymore. I think they moved on, or if they are there, they're quiet. The people that lived in the house before us, incidentally, Greek people. Our cats are always batting at something in the air that's not there. So I know, and the girl that lived in this house that Bob lives in loved animals, and she passed away of cancer several years ago. So I know she's here. So I hope you guys have a good Sunday. I'm just proud of myself that I made it, because I really didn't want to do this today, but I'm committed to doing it every day, and hopefully it will grow. If you read your own tarot cards, I would love to hear what you pulled today and what you think. And, just pop in and say hi. Take care.